Hi guys, hi. Um, so this week I didn't really get a chance to get out much at the weekend. The weather was really pretty lousy, and I was in a bit of a funny mood. Um, there's a video I really want to make, and it's quite a kind of fun video, and I wasn't really in the mood to make it. So I'm here in my lunch break, sitting in a car park, and really the thing that sprung up this week that I wanted to talk about is one of my best friends is getting married next spring, and it's one of my guy friends, and there's like a whole group of us who all grew up together when we were like, I don't know, sort of 6 years old, and we were all friends like all the way through our teens and our 20s, and some people moved, and a few people live down in London now and stuff, but we're all still really close friends. And so my friend has his stag weekend coming up in about 6 weeks, and I've been invited on it, which on the one hand feels quite normal because like we're so close, it would be weird not to be on it. But on the other hand, it feels quite weird that I am going on a stag weekend. Like the last time that I did anything like this was 2 years ago, literally just before I went and had my FFS. So actually pretty much 2 years ago, like to the date. And that was my friend who was my best man when I got married. So I was kind of like an unofficial sort of best woman, although I didn't actually have a title. I don't know, I was tasked with booking and organising his stag, which was down in Brighton, and it was kind of strange, but then because it was still quite early days for me, it didn't feel quite so weird, although definitely being sat in a strip club as trans with a big group of guys was quite weird. And I remember just being sat talking to one of the strippers, just having like a really completely normal conversation about just like life and stuff, and just being a bit like, oh, you look really cold, do you want my top? and but no, so that was like, at the time that felt quite normal. I'm hot. But a lot's changed since then, and I feel quite funny sometimes. Like, I went on a pub crawl about 2 months ago with a big group of friends, and it was all guys, and it was something that just happened really spontaneously, and it was quite nice, it was quite fun. But at the same time, it feels quite strange for me now to be the only woman in a big group of guys when you are literally the only woman, and it's clearly that like this is a group of guys who've gone out to do like guy stuff and man bonding and kind of talk about women in the way that guys do and smash loads of pints. And I don't know, I don't have a problem with it because it's what guys do, and I used to be quite like that myself. I used to be very comfortable in that kind of exclusively male zone. If I was with people I knew really well, not perhaps much with like randoms, because I suppose with close friends that was okay for me. But I kind of feel quite strange now about the prospect of going on this stag, because like in one way I know it'll be quite fun and it'll be nice, but I know that there'll also be like some people down in London in my friend's group of friends that I don't really know, and they'll all probably know about me because they'll be like, why is she coming, why is she here? And I just don't know how comfortable I feel about the whole being on a stag. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna do it, and it'll be it'll be fine. And I think it'll probably lead to like quite a funny video. But at the same time, I suppose my point is that I just feel much more comfortable in mixed environments, and when you're in that kind of like ultra man zone just with guys, I feel much more self-conscious of my own space as a woman and who I am. And yeah, it's just an interesting kind of observation. So I would like to ask you guys what you think about this, and how I suppose people from really who are kind of later on in their transition, or who have sort of reached a point where you've gone through most things or everything and you're now very comfortable in a kind of in yourself as a woman, and how that makes you feel in those kinds of situations, or especially if anyone's actually gone on a stag as a post-op trans woman, and yeah, and just what you guys think about that. And does it make you feel funny? Do you find that you suddenly fall back into your kind of more like masculine ways of being, which I think is probably what will happen to me when I've had way too much to drink? I'll just turn into a complete dick, and my friends will be buying me pints and trying to get me to down them and stuff like that, which again makes me feel funny because I don't want to do that, but I know when I get like in that kind of place, I probably will end up doing it, and the next day I'll already hate myself for it. So anyway, let me know what you think. I think it's quite an interesting topic. Please share my video, put your comments in the box, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys